Shalom and welcome to Jewels of Judaism. We read in Psalm 34:18 these words: "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Have you ever had a broken heart? We all have. Having a broken heart is generally not something we pursue. However, there is usually something to be gained from a broken heart. We read in the Bible about many people who had broken hearts. In fact, it is generally those who have a broken heart whom God chooses to use. This week's Torah portion is filled with broken hearts. We begin reading in Genesis chapter 37 about the life of Joseph. Joseph had a blessed life. He was the beloved son of his father, and he had a comfortable life as his father was a wealthy man. However, this was all stolen from him when his own brothers betrayed him. His brothers originally intended to kill him. However, their older brother Reuben instructed them not to kill him. Then Judah proposed that they simply sell their brother into slavery. And that's exactly what they did. They sold Joseph to Ishmaelite traders who were going down to Egypt. After Joseph was taken away, the brothers had devised a plan in order to tell their father what happened to Joseph. So they decided to take Joseph's robe, kill a goat, and then dip the robe in the goat's blood to make it look like Joseph was killed by wild animals. And it's exactly what their father thought when he saw it. Jacob mourned for his son Joseph. Jacob's heart was broken. Joseph's heart was also broken as he was betrayed by his own brothers and sold into slavery. Joseph's brothers thought that they could cover their lies and deception with the blood of a goat. However, this would later come back to haunt them. Judah himself would experience much heartbreak in his own life. We continue reading in this week's Torah portion in Genesis chapter 38 about the life of Judah. Judah married and had 3 sons. Then, when the oldest son was old enough, Judah married off his son to a woman named Tamar. Shortly after they were married, God killed this oldest son because it says that he was found to be wicked in God's sight. Tamar was a widow. Judah then gave Tamar to his middle son in order for the middle son to raise up children in his brother's name. This son was also found to be wicked, and God killed him. Tamar was now a widow twice over. Judah feared for his 3rd son, and so he sent Tamar to her father's house in order to wait until the 3rd son was old enough for him to marry her. However, this was not Judah's real intent. He just wanted to get rid of Tamar. So he sent her away, and she left brokenhearted, having lost, in essence, 2 husbands, and not having any children. Judah himself was heartbroken, having lost his 2 oldest sons. And shortly thereafter, Judah also lost his own wife. His wife died. I believe that Judah began to taste a bit of the heartbreak that his own father experienced in losing Joseph, as well as losing his wife, Rachel. Sometime later, it says that Judah went on a journey. He took a trip down to Timnah with his friend Hira. And when Tamar heard that Judah was going on this journey, she remembered that Judah had promised to give her to his 3rd son. However, Judah never did this. Tamar then changed her clothes and went down by the road and sat in prostitute's clothing in order to seduce her father-in-law. Now, when Judah passed by, he saw Tamar, not knowing it was Tamar, and agreed to use her as a prostitute. And he agreed to give her a goat as payment. She asked him for a pledge, and he gave her his signet ring, cord, and staff. He lay with her, and he left. Tamar became pregnant by Judah, and then she returned to her father's home without telling anyone what happened. Judah later sent his friend to give a goat to the prostitute on the road. However, his friend could never find the prostitute because she wasn't there. the goat was returned to Judah. Now, 3 months later, it became known that Tamar was pregnant. And when it was told to Judah that Tamar had become pregnant by prostitution, by harlotry, he was angry, and he commanded that she be taken out and burned, be killed. Now, when they went to take Tamar out, she sent the ring, staff, and cord to Judah and said that she is pregnant by the owner of these items. And when Judah saw them, he was convicted. He repented. He said, "She is more righteous than I, because I did not give her to my third son." I believe that Judah was more broken by the situation with Tamar than by the loss of his 2 sons and his wife. You see, Judah thought that he could deal with the problems in his life, with the sin in his life, with a goat. He tried to use a goat to cover up the sin against Joseph. He tried to use a goat to take care of the prostitute. However, that goat came back to him. And when Judah was faced with the reality of what happened with Tamar, he was faced with his own duplicity, and he recognized his own sin, and he recognized what was right and what was wrong. Judah became utterly broken through the situation with Tamar. Tamar bore Judah 2 sons, twins, Peretz and Zerach. And it would be through the line of Judah and his son Peretz that the Messiah would come. God used Judah's brokenness and brought good out of it. God used Judah's brokenness in order to bring the Messiah into the world. God used Judah's brokenness to bring forth the Savior of the world. It says in Psalm 34:18 that the Lord is near to the brokenhearted. We need to learn to trust God with our brokenness, in our times of brokenness. I want to thank you for watching this short video. I want to invite you to read my full commentary on my website, jewelsofjudaism.com, under the title, God Uses the Broken. Shabbat Shalom, Chanukah Sameach, and Merry Christmas.